Hello?
What's going on with y'all? Back again on another video. Today, we back on our reacting shit. We about to react to I think top 10 best players of the NBA draft, basically the best players of the NBA draft. That's what we about to react to. Let's see if the NBA draft niggas gonna be shit in the future. Cause you know there'll be a hella busting this shit. So without further ado, we're not gonna do too much talking. We're just gonna get straight into the fucking video. Hold on. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing, bro? Subscribe. I'll wait for you. It takes 2 seconds. Subscribe. Comment down what more videos you want me to react to, so I can give you the content you want. Let's tune into the video now.
The first
I'm tweaking.
round of the 2025 NBA draft just went down tonight, and quite frankly, that was one of the more wild rides we've experienced of any draft on draft night in recent memory. Trades happened, teams made surprising picks, and the energy was exactly what basketball fans have been waiting for. Of course, with all of the madness going down, there's a lot to review, and that's exactly what we're here to discuss in today's video. Today we'll be going through each and every one of the top 10 picks in the draft, and we'll be grading their selection based on the
that's a
overall
tough move
talent
right
of the
there,
players
though.
selected, the fit on the rosters, and whether
That's a
or
tough
not
move
there
right
were
there.
better options available instead. Before we start though, it turns out a good amount. Not only does it help out a ton, but I'd also very much appreciate it. Now with that being said, let's begin. Starting with the number 1 pick in the draft, the Dallas Mavericks
Of
selected
course,
Cooper Flagg,
of
and the
course.
grade here is an A+.
Hey, this nigga's nice as fuck, bro. Of course, I was expecting him to be number 1. Everybody knew Cooper Flagg or number 1. Dallas, y'all did good with this. Him, Kyrie at the PG. Who's the shooting guard? I don't know who the shooting guard is. The small forward, I think it's Dorian Finney-Smith or some shit. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm tweaking. That nigga's in the Lakers. He's in the Lakers. But I'm tweaking, bro. But him, AD, and Cooper and Kyrie, they about to go crazy. Hey, I know them niggas about to go stupid, bro.
This is probably the only blatantly obvious selection of the night, and with everyone knowing this was going to happen for a month,
about to
there
go
isn't really
crazy,
much
bro.
left to say. Flagg has been the top prospect in this year's class all year long, he backed that hype up at Duke, and now he gives the Mavericks a glimmering light for the future, after a pretty
This nigga got way too much hops. Hold on. This not even glazed, bro.
at
Look
Duke,
what he just
and
did.
now he gives the Mavericks a glimmering light for the
Okay, that's not that bad for the NBA. I see niggas who like head out the rim type shit. That's not that bad. But he low key get up there though. He do get up there though. He get up there. Though.
after a pretty crazy prior few months. Next, with the second pick in the draft, the
Dylan
San
Harper.
Antonio Spurs selected Dylan Harper, and the grade here is an A. Again, in this
I'm
year's
rooting
draft,
for
the
this
first 2
nigga.
names off the board have been
Just
pretty
'cause he's
set
from
in stone
Jersey,
for a
so
while,
I'm rooting
but
for him
this
heavily,
one's
just 'cause
slightly
he's from
less
Jersey.
perfect than Flagg to Dallas, hence the A
Yeah, I
instead
know.
of an A+.
Okay, y'all don't know yet,
Ultimately,
but I'm
you
from
would be
Jersey, too.
irresponsible to
I'm
pass
from
on
Jersey,
a talent
and I'm
like
rooting for
Harper
my
here for
fellow
the sake
Jersey
of fit.
brethren.
And in my opinion,
Tight shit.
when you have a top pick in
Word.
the draft,
A lot of niggas be looking down on Jersey Hoopers, bro. I'm telling you, Jersey Hoopers is tough. Like Jersey Hoopers could ball, bro. Like, I need to give one of y'all some park runs. I'm gonna give y'all some park runs one of these days coming up very soon. But Jersey niggas could hoop, bro. Y'all gotta stop sleeping down on us like that.
always draft for talent over fit and figure everything else out later, but it does still remain true that the Spurs are now pretty guard heavy. They just traded for De'Aaron Fox at the trade deadline last year, and as an all-star caliber player, he is going to be on the ball quite a bit this season. Rookie Stephon Castle just won the Rookie of the Year as a combo guard that defends hard, attacks the basket well, and is working hard to develop his playmaking skills at the position, and now they have Harper, who has all-star upside as a prospect for his aggressive slashing talent and his natural ability to run the offense at a high level. But it's going to be hard for all three of those players to see the court at the same time, so cracking that code becomes their next priority from here. Next, with the third pick in the draft, the Philadelphia 76ers.
This nigga give me more fucking Anthony Edwards vibes. Like, I know I'm not tweaking, bro. This nigga give me more like some Anthony Edwards type vibes where he just cross step back three, or just could run straight to the pen, jamming your ass. This is the type of vibe this nigga be giving me for real.
Sixers selected VJ Edgecombe, and the grade here is an A-. The Sixers pick here is where the draft really and spark transition opportunities, and his time playing with the Bahamas national team showed he can be an aggressive slashing scorer. A team like Philadelphia needed a player that could embrace doing the little things, improve the defense in the backcourt, and potentially have star upside down the line in case they were to blow things up after another disappointing season. And Edgecombe checks a whole lot of those boxes. For me, the Sixers could have gone with Edgecombe or Konkanippel and gotten a strong grade based on those needs, and Edgecombe has the higher upside of the two as an athlete. Next, with the fourth pick in the draft, the Charlotte Hornets selected Konkanippel, and the grade here is another A. I don't have a problem with any of the first 4 picks this year, so I promise that I'm not just some naturally lenient grader with all of these A's flying around. The Charlotte Hornets have a bit of an identity crisis on their hands and are getting dangerously close to establishing a losing culture lacking in discipline. They need more players with high basketball IQ, who play smart basketball, effectively execute plays without trying to do too much, and can space the floor. The shooting guard position next to LaMelo Ball.
Nah, I just feel like the problem with the Hornets is just they're relying too much on one nigga to do everything. If you look at their games, it's like LaMelo Ball has to do everything. This nigga LaMelo gotta do everything, bro. I mean, what's the other nigga name? The other nigga name, bro. Black, tall as hell. I forgot his name, but he low key he be helping a lot. He low key do be helping a lot though. It's only him and LaMelo Ball that really like put up them numbers for real. Where only for real. Then the other nigga, Bridges, he cool. I mean he cool. He get the board from time to time, but he cool though. But this season, I feel like he really kind of regressed a little bit this season. I feel like he was better last year. I don't know. I'm probably tweaking, but I definitely feel like he did better before than this year, though.
A glaring weakness for them, and Konkanippel can step right in and immediately do the dirty work as a connector of their lineup, raising the floor of those around him. He's a lethal shooter both off the catch and off the dribble. He has amazing body control, utilizing a bevy of effective fakes and feints to throw defenders off, and his footwork around the basket and touch around the basket allow him to get to the basket consistently despite lacking top-end athleticism, and he's an incredible passer too out of the pick and roll. So while some may view him as a low upside player, I not only disagree, but also see someone with one of the highest floors in the draft that impacts winning basketball games. Next, with the 5th pick in the draft, the Utah Jazz selected Ace Bailey, and the grade here...
Then you got this nigga. Hey, I've heard a lot about the way this nigga was acting when he got an opportunity to, you know, get noticed by the teams. When he got an opportunity, the way he was acting. Now, I want you to know that I used to be a hooper. I used to hoop for my school team and shit. And, you know, when niggas realize that they don't make that shit, it's a different type of feeling, bro. It's a different type of feeling when you just randomly come home, then you realize, damn, I'm cooked. You can't make that shit. It's too late. So, from my point of view, I feel like he's being very, very ungrateful right now. Because you trying to play for the top team instead of just being grateful for being drafted. You gotta, mind you, you're a college hooper, bro. You're a college hooper who didn't win the March Madness. So you gotta know that if teams are still looking for you, you number 5, bro. You number 5. You top 5 draft picks. And teams still want you. You gotta humble yourself and be grateful for that opportunity instead of trying to play for the best team. You feel me? Apparently, I heard on some top, what was it? I think TikTok, that he declined Success workouts, declined the Jazz workouts, but then the Jazz still drafted him either ways. You should be proud that you even got drafted. Cause like, if it was for most people, they would literally humble you and you would go undrafted. I know so many great hoopers that are not in the NBA. So many great hoopers. Nigga, the Professor is one of them. T. Jazz is one of them. All of these hoopers did not make it to the NBA. All of these hoopers did not make it to the NBA. Moon is one of them. The YouTuber Moon, he's one of them, bro. You know, like, they got like some type of hoop content that they make. All of them. K Showtime, Moon, I'm forgetting one of them. One of the tough ones. I forgot his name. His name started with a D, but I'm forgetting his name though. But that nigga is nice as fuck. All of these niggas are hoopers that I feel like, you know, they could make it to the NBA as a rookie to plan a career there. Feel me? And you should be proud to get this opportunity that most niggas are not having. Do you know how niggas will feel if they make it to the NBA, bro? Cause you wanna play for a good team. This how that shit gonna go. You play for a good team. Let's say you go to a stacked team like the fucking OKC. Not even stacked for real. I'm looking for a stacked team. Like the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are stacked as fuck. You go to the Timberwolves, you go bench. That's exactly what's happening to Rob Dillingham right now. He's tough as fuck, but he's not getting noticed because he's not getting no PT. There's too many great options that's in front of them. So they're not going to put you in the front lines. And that's exactly what happened to me. The team that I was in was my first year, and there's too many good niggas in the team. So now the coach kind of like didn't know who to play every time. So many tough niggas were getting benched just because there were too many good options. That's exactly what would have happened to you if you actually got a team that was stacked. So I feel like being in a team that's not that stacked is the best for you, so you could really shine out there. You could really, like, you know, do your shit, work little by little, and get up there for real. Cause that's how it worked for all the players. That's how it worked for them. That's how it literally worked for all the players. Steph Curry, that's how it worked for him. LeBron went to Cleveland. Nigga, ain't nobody was in Cleveland. Ain't nobody was in Cleveland, bro. LeBron still did it. He put it up. Who else? A lot of the great players. James Harden, when he was in OKC, he wasn't getting that much PT because OKC was stacked. As soon as they took him to the Rockets with a bunch of, I wouldn't say scrubs, but they took him to Rockets where the team was not stacked, he started popping off and he started doing good. That's how that shit work. If you in a low team, you get a more chance to really show your greatness so you could do better than being in a stacked team and being benched. Feel me? So I feel like he being hella extra right now, bro. Like, you gotta pipe down and just work on your shit. You complaining too much for real.
Is a C. I'm not going to pretend to be thrilled with any part of Ace Bailey's pre-draft process. And all of that nonsense, combined with the fact that he had very real and glaring red flags as a player going into this process, make for this pick being pretty risky, even after taking into account Ace's potential upside. Ace Bailey refused to meet with or work out for any teams before the draft, and his representation made it clear that he didn't have any interest in being drafted by any of the top 5 teams, with the Wizards, Pelicans, and Nets being his ideal landing spots. The Jazz are taking a risk drafting a guy that doesn't seem to want to be there. Now, as a player, Bailey plays the same position as Lauri Markkanen, and he's coming in wanting to take more shots per game than Markkanen because scoring the ball is the only real priority Bailey has shown. He's a great tough shot maker, but he settles for a lot of low quality looks because he doesn't have a useful enough handle to actually beat defenders off the dribble and create space to make better opportunities for himself. So unless he embraces more off-ball utilization, this is a situation worth monitoring. Next, with the 6th pick in the draft, the Washington Wizards selected Trey Johnson, and the grade here is a B+. The Wizards have drafted a lot of gritty young players over the last few years that defend hard and fast with the toughness and athleticism that can establish a culture for the future, but they're still missing a go-to scorer, and Trey Johnson could be that guy. Trey led the SEC in scoring this year as a freshman, and he did it while shooting 40% from 3 off looks mostly created for himself off the dribble. At the very least, he's someone who can heat up in a hurry from the outside and change a game with his shooting, but his struggles finishing in the paint due to his lack of strength and the fact that he's a pretty poor defender at the moment do somewhat limit his upside until he does something about it. Next, with the 7th guard in the class. If you watch his tape, you see a ridiculously creative and impressive lead ball handler who can get wherever he wants on the court with ease and has a natural sense for playmaking, but when you look at his numbers, you see someone who has a long way to go before he can consistently impact winning games. Fears has immense talent, but he desperately needs to learn to play more under control because his assist-to-turnover ratio is not very good at all, his three-point shooting percentage is downright poor despite being a capable shot maker when he gets hot, and his scrawny frame makes him an easy target on defense, so in New Orleans, he'll have talented players around him to alleviate his role early on, but the team will need to have patience with his development. Next, with the 8th pick in the draft,
So basically, the nigga's half-baked. He needs more room for improvement. Just say it that way, bro.
The Nets selected Yegor Demin, and the grade here is a C. I want to buy into Demin, but it's very hard for me to justify selecting him this early after the year that he just had at BYU. He entered the season expected to be a top 5 pick because he's a 6'9" primary ball handler that has tremendous passing talent for someone his size, and he runs a strong pick and roll, reading the floor well for a teenager. But over the course of the season, his weaknesses became way more glaring than initially advertised. He's not a very good shooter at all, making just 27% of his shots from deep. He struggles knocking down shots off the dribble in general, and his inability to threaten defenses from the outside made it pretty difficult for him to maximize his strengths when he became more predictable. So while the Nets are a team with a ton of flexibility moving forward, this is an upside play that just comes off as a reach in the moment. Next, with the 9th pick, the Toronto Raptors selected Colin Murray-Boyles, and the grade here is a B+. The Raptors are ready to re-emerge in the Eastern Conference playoff race, and with this pick, they...
Hey, bro. I forgot that the Raptors was even a fucking team, for real. Like, I don't know, ever since Kawhi left there, I haven't really been paying that much attention to the Raptors, for real. They're not ass, it's just... You know, there's just some teams that in the NBA that you be forgetting, like, exist. For real. Like, the Wizards used to be that team, but ever since Jordan Poole went there, I kind of remembered that they're a team now. A team like, it's this team, the Hawks. I swear to God, I be forgetting the Hawks is even a fucking team, bro. Like, I don't know. I be forgetting the Hawks is even a fucking team, for real. It's not even about them doing bad. I don't know, but it's just I just be forgetting certain teams like exist in the NBA, for real. The Bulls, I be forgetting that shit. I don't know.
Always going to be looking for a big man, and for me, they made a strong choice in Murray-Boyles checking that box. Colin Murray-Boyles is probably the best interior scoring talent in the class with excellent post skills and touch. He's an aggressive rebounder generating second chance points, and defensively, he may be the most versatile player in the entire draft. His biggest drawback is that he's very undersized for a big man at 6'7", and that combined with his inability to shoot the ball from the outside.
6'7" big man though. Yeah. He low-key kind of play like Embiid. A 6'7" not even a big man for real. You like a small forward, not even a big man for real. They're gonna play him out the forward for real. So I don't know how he gonna like change his play style to more of like a 3-and-D, because he's been playing big man like for a long time.
Now limit his upside quite a bit, but he also comes with one of the highest floors and can impact winning basketball games immediately. And finally, with the 10th pick in the draft, the Phoenix Suns selected Kamon Maluach, and the grade here is a B-. This pick could have been a higher score if the Suns didn't also make a trade 5 minutes before the selection went down, which made this pick slightly more questionable. There's no doubt that the Suns were looking for a center, but tonight they traded for Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets, who will come in and be the team's starting center, so to then also draft Maluach in the top 10.
He plays very physical though, so that's good for a big man.
Play the same position makes you think they could have used a valuable selection like this elsewhere. Maluach's physical tools and size as a bouncy 7-footer make him incredibly intriguing as a project, but he is very much just that, a project. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today.
Well, that's the end of the video. Y'all tell me what y'all think, if y'all would redraft, like who y'all think he put at the last, or who y'all think should be up there. And we're just gonna end the video, and we're gonna see y'all next video. Peace out.